He's fine, he's receiver.
Goes long and over the top, but that's a definite one. Juan Pablo Cecchino gets his first touch up to the 22. Vunipola gets it wide out to the fullback, Abata Yimbo. Good defence here by Cov, but they're being tested. Still in and around the 22. Play comes right. Up to the middle of the park. Cecchino again. Gets his hands on the ball. Becoming an increasingly pivotal figure in this set of play. Saracens maintaining the pressure. Coventry really under pressure now, Ben.
Yeah, it seems like Sarri's really bringing the tempo. I think we lost the battle of the game line a bit too many times there in our own 22. They've definitely come with a lot of intensity, and it looks like we've got to try and match it.
And conceding the try.
I think that's the thing, everyone's looking forward to getting just back outside.
Inside the 5, that's a maul.
Cov, don't send anybody up. It's a quick setup at the maul. Dolly straight to the front. And that's a penalty try. Awarded by referee George Selwood.
Number 3.
It's Vincent Koch is ruled to have pulled that down.
Number 3.
Jackson Ray comes along to question the decision.
He's got the yellow card as well.
I think Vincent Koch has got a yellow card as well. We'll spend 10 minutes on the sideline to cool his heels.
I think that's shown by the constant pressure. I think in the last 15 minutes or so that we haven't really left Sarri's half. There's been the penalty at the scrum and at the line now, and that's developed into a penalty try and a yellow card, which gives us the man advantage for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, and not sending anybody up for the line out as well, just a straight to the front, proper ultimate. That looked like me jumping in the line out because I never used to jump.
I think he got higher off the floor and you didn't even leave it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. By the way, you're not wrong. To make it 8 on 8, which is something which you see every so often now. Now Saracens have got a penalty advantage. The parity in the set piece pays dividends as the ball gets wide out. It's Elliot at Batayimbo. Dancing feet. Saw his pace at the Stonex last week. We've seen that a few times this week as well. There's intent to play from deep. Sean Raffel.
Still got it.
Record tackler, but this time he's got the ball in his hands, but he's helped take Saracens up to the 5 metre line. They're inching their way to the line. So Saracens get another advantage and a try. Hit the lead again, Saracens. So that coming up with the ball. It's number 5, Tim Swinton, there coming up with the ball.
Couple of offsides,
and what we're seeing a massive number of momentum shifts tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It seems every 5-10 minutes it's going one end to the other. I think it's obviously disappointing for Coventry that they were up in their 5 attacking, and obviously we're down in their 5 man down, and as I say, the pressure's told. I was actually quite surprised that we probably didn't think they were going to move it wide with the winger down, but they've moved the ball well, and they've got to that width, got some momentum, and then obviously used the pack coming through to run some good lines and Scott finally get the score.
Anyway, Saracens have gone to the touch line and secured the line out and set up the maul. Cov still down to 7. Lewington comes in, adds some weight, and this time the ball's popped out the back. Cifiletti comes back, sets up the ruck, and Saracens keep it tight around the fringe. Going for the line again. They scored a couple of tries like this last week, as Ben was telling us before the game, and they're setting up for another one tonight.
Advantage off it.
And they've got an advantage as well. Cov just being a little bit too eager at the breakdown, and that's another try that's been given. Nick Dolly prepares to throw in another replacement we've seen in the Cov pack, Alex Wolford, the unmistakable Alex Wolford, with you can't see his bald head under the scrum cap, but his beard makes a Vikings look positively childish. He's on for Adam Peters as Louis Brown turns on the gas. We've talked about the Saracens' speed in their back 3, but this time Louis Brown spots the gap, sides straight through. Cov straight onto the front foot into the 22. Ryan Burrows gets hit. James Harper, though, is there to support. Joe Snow. Kieran Wilkinson screaming for it to come out. Toby Trinder gang tackled. Callum Hunter-Hill, one of the players there to make the hit. Wilkinson finds Fenner, hits the ball. Snarl Dacres spent the last 10 minutes of the first half in the sin bin. He's there to clear out. Joe Snow spots some space behind. And this time it comes Andy Forsyth goes for the gap, powers through Rotimi Seagun. We're all the way up to the try line and over. Fantastic finish from Andy Forsyth there. And Cov, fantastic, as I say, fantastic attack, all set up by that scything break from Louis Brown.
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken to a lot in the first half, and I said he came through back in the last year's replacement for James Stokes, who obviously went on to London Irish, and as I said, he's shown how dangerous he is there with his space, with his feet and his speed. And as I say, it's we've put the pressure on them as they did in the first half, and we've come away with a try.
Yes, England under-18 international toured South Africa in 2018, so another young player. It's a good experience for the Saracens youngsters in the Championship this year, which in the long run may not do English rugby or the club any harm whatsoever. Owen makes the tackle as Harry Sloane in support.
Advantage over for the penalty.
Makes the meters. Vunipola finds Rafael.
Oh,
lovely offloads to Callum Hunter-Hill, who makes a fantastic tackle by Louis Brown. Size disparity, certainly weight disparity, but Saracens are there in numbers, and that's Tom Whiteley who's darted over for the score. And that's all made by that offload here on the near touchline there to Harry Sloane from Ben Harris to create that space, and there's nothing Owen could do in the tackle to stop the offload, and it pays dividends. Saracens hitting the ball at pace. Callum Hunter-Hill, good tackle from Louis Brown, but too much scramble there from the Cov defence, and Saracens are over. It's one way to bring everybody closer to the action this year in particular. It's a shame obviously that that not all of the clubs are desperate to welcome supporters back in, but in the meantime live streaming's in a way that no clubs were live streaming last year. It's making a big difference this year. Yeah,
definitely. I think it gives another dimension to the game. Watching it live obviously is unprecedented. I don't think you can beat that. But dare I say, it adds another dimension. You can sit at home in your slippers and have a glass of wine, and you can watch the game, especially in these unprecedented times. It gives the fans an option to be able to watch the game, whereas, as I say, in previous years you probably would have been behind closed doors with nothing at all.
Jackson Ray and Kieran Wilkinson leave the action. Dan Lewis is on for Cov at fly half. Saracens though with possession and the try, and I think that one is definitely sealed the contest, and it's another one from close range for Saracens. Just that powerful running around the fringes, just paying dividends once again. To go and get it, Suva Massey fires the ball, but it's just gone over the top to Aroni Maui. It's unfortunate that for Cov. It's a chance to clear pressure, but the big Fijian is back on the front foot for Saracens. Try scorer Tom Whiteley around, sends play up the right, and Lewington away again. Over for his second try in the space of about 3 minutes there, the former London Irishman.
Yeah, thank you. 3.
Will Hooley's come on, the USA international, the least sounding American international you can possibly hope to meet.
No truer word has ever been said, I don't think.
We meet a few, like Chris Wiles, who was at Saracens for many years, has a good American accent. Cam Dolan, Sammy Manoa.
Yeah, Will Hooley's a bit off that Richter scale,
just
isn't
a little
he?
bit, yeah.
From Cambridge, Queen's English is very much his first language.
Definitely from the Lee School, Cambridgeshire, not Cambridge, Massachusetts. Anyway, Harry Sloane. Here's the first hit there, as now there's going to be another advantage as Hooley finds the replacement winger Ben Harris. There's 2 advantages there for Saracens to play with, 2 penalty advantages. I don't think they're going to need them though. They are attacking with pace and power and deep into the Coventry half. Tom Whiteley gets the ball out to Manu Vunipola. Sloane offloads there and gets the ball back again, and that's Lewington who is over for a hat-trick, and that is absolutely ruthless cutting edge rugby at its best.